नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनित्य नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत शिव सारी गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण. So today we are going to discuss about the most auspicious occasions of Jhulana Yatra and Balaram Purnima. So we recently celebrated Jhulana Yatra from starting from Pavitropana Ekadashi and ending at Balaram Purnima for 5 days duration Jhulana Yatra, and Balaram Purnima was yesterday. So we celebrated, and that's why we will today try to speak and hear something about Balaram Purnima and Jhulana Yatra. So first we will begin with Jhulana Yatra's glorification. So the normal activities, when they are performed by an extraordinary person, that is the Supreme Lord himself, the activities become extraordinary. That is when the normal activities, that is the stealing of butter, for example, when it is performed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna himself, who is the most extraordinary person, these activities, they become extraordinary and they attract the fallen conditioned souls. So this extraordinary activities, they become the subject matter of discussion of pure devotees. So the Supreme Lord says, Mad Bhaktanam Vinodartham Karomi Vividha Kriyaha. That in the scriptures, this verse, this excerpt comes, which states that to please my devotees only, I am performing this various varieties of activities. So this is for their pleasure only. So I am doing these various activities, whatever, like for example we have Jhulana Yatra. So these are for the pleasure of my devotees. So the Brajavasis or the residents of Vraja, they get extreme pleasure upon pulling Srimati Radharani and Krishna, who are seated on a swing. So they are performing the swing festival. So the Jhulana Yatra is swing festival, and in this festival the devotees of the Lord, that is the Brajavasis, they become pleased. So that's what is mentioned here. So we can refer to a verse which is Srimad Bhagavatam 3rd canto 6th chapter 37th verse, which is as follows: Ekanta labham vachaso napumsam shloka maulir gunavada mahu shrutescha vivadbhir upakritayam katha sudhayam upasamprayogam. So the translation is as follows: the highest perfectional gain of humanity is to engage in discussions of the activities and the glories of the pious actor. Such activities are so nicely arranged in writing by the greatly learned sages that the actual purpose of the ear is served just by being near them. So here this verse is again emphasizing on what we were discussing previously, which is that the supreme actor, the most pious actor, that is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by discussing his activities, this is the highest perfectional gain for people in like us in this material world. So such activities are so nicely arranged in writing by the written sages, by the great sages, greatly learned sages. So Vyasadev, Shukdev Goswami, Sutta Goswami, so Srila Prabhupada, who is our founder Acharya of ISKCON, they have written very nicely, they have spoken on it very nicely. That's how it has become nicely arranged, so that we can understand everything just by following these commentaries. So Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam shukha mukhad amrita drava samyutam. So first canto, first chapter, third verse. Here it is stated that when Shukadeva Goswami has tasted this mango fruit of Srimad Bhagavatam, it has become even more tasty, even more relishable, because Shukdev Goswami, that is the parrot, he has tasted it. So when he has commented on Srimad Bhagavatam, it has come out from him, then for devotees like us it becomes even more pleasurable to hear. So this is we are like just trying to introduce, or we are trying to get in the mood of discussing the pastime. So another verse which we can see is 10th canto 44th chapter 15th verse, which states Ya dohane vahanane mathanopalepa khanarbha ruditokshanamar gayanti chaina manurakta dhiyo shrukantyo dhanya vrajastriya urukrama chittayanaha. So the translation is as follows, that the ladies of Vraja are the most fortunate of women, because their minds fully attached on Krishna and their throats always constantly choked up with tears. They constantly singing about him while milking the cows, winnowing grain, churning butter, gathering cow dung for fuel, riding on swings, taking care of their crying babies, sprinkling the ground with water, cleaning their houses, and so on. By their exalted Krishna consciousness, they automatically acquire all desirable things. So here another explanation is given as to how the such kind of devotees are the residents of Vraja, who like the ladies of Vraja Bhumi. So they are the most fortunate, because here so many kinds of work are given: milking the cows, churning butter, gathering cow dung for fuel, etc., etc. And while doing all this, the ladies of Vraja are constantly engaged in thinking about the Supreme Lord. So they automatically acquire all desirable things. So because of that, they are pure devotees. So for such kind of devotees, so to please such kind of devotees, mad bhaktanam vinodartham karomi vividha kriyaha, that whose heart, life and soul, everything is Krishna. So for such kind of devotees, Lord can go to any extent or to please them. So such kind of devotees are the ladies of Vraja. So another verse which we can refer to is Srimad Bhagavatam 10.33.36, which states Anugrahaya bhaktanam manusham dehamastitah bhajate tadrishi krida yat shrutva tat paro bhavet. So here the translation is as follows, that when the Lord assumes a human-like body to show mercy to his devotees, he engages in such pastimes as will attract those who hear about them to become dedicated to him. So the Supreme Lord, he is coming in a human-like form and he is showing mercy to his devotees. So such pastimes, when the people hear, they will become dedicated to him, they will become attracted to him. Those kind of pastimes he is performing, and Jhulana Yatra that we have is one such pastime. So let's now try to go deep into this and try to understand what is going on here in this Leela. So we are actually not qualified to discuss about all this. This is the pastimes of Vrajabhumi, that is the highest perfectional gain, as we read earlier, is to read and hear and about these pastimes. So we have no qualification because these are in Madhurya Bhav, and for us we are fallen souls, so we have to maintain the dasosmi. We should have the dasya rasa toward the Supreme Lord. So, but by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and by the mercy of great commentators, we have been given these literatures in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamritam, so that we can at least touch these topics, so we can get an understanding that along with having such great opulences as the Lord describes in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, he has such great opulences. At the same time, he can make himself very small and do things which are pleasurable to his devotees. So this is what we can contemplate, so by hearing about these pastimes. So the Jhulana Yatra is actually pastime which is not mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. So it is a pastime which has not been given, but there has been some little bit here and there. The devotees, the commentators, they have touched upon this pastime. So we would like to have or hear from some of that. So we will not concoct much. So this discussion about Jhulana Yatra will be very short because we do not have much reference to it in our scriptures. So diving in a little bit, so the significance of this swinging pastime. So Jhulana Yatra is basically a pastime where the Vrajavasis for 5 days they put Srimati Radharani and Krishna on a swing, and they perform the swinging festival, and they Srimati Radharani and Lord Sri Krishna, they swing on a swing, and the Vrajavasis, they celebrate this amazing festival. So in this festival, the significance of swinging has been described. So the significance of swinging is basically that how much the Lord can do for his devotees. So Krishna does whatever Vrajavasis want him to do. That's why this significance, or this is another significance of the swinging pastime or the Jhulana Yatra. So he is supreme. Another significance, another thing that we can learn here is that he is the Supreme Lord is supreme, and so that's how he is free. The Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here the main aim, what we are trying to discuss, is that when somebody is supreme, when somebody is at a really high level, so he is completely independent. So he is fully free in the sense that he can do whatever he wants. So the Lord is trying to emphasize it here in this pastime. And also another thing that he is trying to emphasize is that whatever he does, it becomes a leela. So as we discussed earlier, normal activities when performed by an extraordinary person, they become subject matter of discussion of the pure devotees of the Supreme Lord. So in this in this connection of the Jhulana Yatra, there is a letter of Srila Prabhupada in January 1973, 5th January, in the location is Bombay, and the letter is to Jagadisha, his disciple. So in this letter, basically Prabhupada is stating that he is giving instructions on performing the Jhulana Yatra. So it seems this is the only letter or the only place where Prabhupada has mentioned about the Jhulana Yatra or the swinging festival. So is what we have. So we will quote from this letter only, and it is stated in this letter. The Prabhupada says that the Jhulana Yatra, it can be done for Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani, but they Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra, they should not be swung on this Jhulan, on the Jhula or the swing. So this is what we have as letter from Srila Prabhupada. So here this is the reference. So we were searching that. Prabhupada writes here that there is no objection either to applying the jewels to their bodies with beeswax or to swinging them in the public functions in the temple on Sunday, so long as there is very nice Jhulan or swing being profusely decorated. Radha and Krishna may be swung in this way, but you may avoid swinging Lord Jagannatha like that. So this letter, so here Prabhupada addresses the Jhulana Yatra. So this is what we have. And now moving forward, in Vrindavan there is a festival at every moment. So but for people like us who are in this material world, padam padam yad vipadam na tesham. So for us, we are stuck in this ocean of material nescience, and because of that, at every step there is a problem for us. But for the people who have taken shelter of Lord Krishna's lotus feet, for them there is no problem at all, because Krishna is taking care of them. So Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Janaha Paribhasate. So in this connection we have a verse, Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.58, which says Samashrita ye padapallava plavam mahat padam punya yasho murarehe bhavam budir vatsa param padam 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 yad vipadam natesha. So for those who have accepted the boat of the lotus feet of the Lord, who is the shelter of the cosmic manifestation and is famous as Murari, the enemy of the Mura demon, the ocean of the material world is like the water contained in a calf's hoof print. So there is their goal is Param Padam, Vaikuntha, the place where there is no miseries, not the place where there is danger at every step. So but this is not the case in Vrajabhumi, where every day there is a festival, because the Vrajavasis, they have only one aim. How can Krishna and Srimati Radharani be pleased? That is their only aim, and apart from this they don't have any other desire. That's why they are the most exalted and pure devotees of the Supreme Lord. So Jhulan Yatra takes place in Vrindavan, where the Vrajavasis, they get the chance to behold Krishna and Srimati Radharani swinging. So all our propensities to enjoy can be fulfilled just by seeing them swinging. It signifies complete surrender, and it shows that the Lord's happiness is our happiness. This is again the significance of Jhulan Yatra. So also another way we can interpret this is that our mind is like a swing, which is going from one extreme to another extreme. Yato yato nischalati manas chanchalam asthiram. It never stays at one place. Tatas tato niyam yaitat atman eva vasham nayet. So, but what we can do is we can put Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani in this swing, and we can so wherever our mind goes, it will take Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani along with it. So that's how we can try to advance in Krishna consciousness a little bit. So as we previously mentioned earlier, there is not much detail about this festival that has been given. So we will not concoct much, because otherwise it will become like milk touched by the lips of a serpent. So it may milk is nourishing, but when it is touched by the lips of a serpent, it becomes poison. So we should transfer the message from the acharyas as it is. So we will not discuss much on that. So what is there? The letter of Srila Prabhupada, as we saw, to Jagadisha, his disciple, and some of the significance of the swinging festival also we saw. So now we will move on to Sri Balaram Purnima's discussion. So glorification on Balaram Purnima. So we will try to see some of that. So we are now quoting from 10th canto, 1st chapter for now, in glorification of Lord Balaram. So first we will read the 2nd verse. So here Parikshit Maharaj is discussing with Shukdev Goswami. Around 5 days are over out of the 7 days. So Parikshit Maharaj was cursed that he will die in 7 days. Out of that, 5 days are almost over, and Parikshit Maharaj is completely absorbed and wrapped in a discussion of the Supreme Personality, about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he is having no track of time. At the same time, he is not troubled by hunger and thirst. He is completely engaged in hearing. So in this process, he is describing 10th canto, 1st chapter. We will start reading from the 2nd verse. So, O best of Munis, you have also described the descendants of Yadu, who were very pious and strictly adherent to the religious principles. Now, if you will, kindly describe the wonderful glories or glorious activities of Lord Vishnu or Krishna, who appeared in that Yadu dynasty with Baladeva, his plenary expansion. So, here reference is given to Lord Balaram, who as Parikshit Maharaj describes, is a plenary expansion of Krishna. So how did he appear, and please describe the wonderful glories of Krishna and Balaram who appeared in that dynasty. So now next we will read from 10th canto, 1st chapter, 8th verse. The translation is as follows. My dear Shukadeva Goswami, you have already explained that Sankarshana, who belongs to the 2nd quadruple, appeared as the son of Rohini named Balarama. If Balarama was not transferred from one body to another, how is it possible that first he was in the womb of Devaki, then in the womb of Rohini? Kindly explain all this to me. So here Parikshit Maharaj is again, he is giving a reference to Lord Balaram, and he is asking that Shukdev Goswami has already explained that Sankarshana to Parikshit Maharaj, who is part of the second quadruple form. So Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna and Aniruddha, the second Chaturvyuha. After so from the first Chaturvyuha, then Mahasankarshan comes, then from Mahasankarshan the second Chaturvyuha emanates. So the Sankarshan of that Chaturvyuha is coming down as Lord Balaram himself, as Parikshit Maharaj is explaining here. So if Balaram was not transferred from one body to another, how is it possible that first he was in the womb of Devaki, then in the womb of Rohini? Kindly explain all this to me. So this question he is asking, how did Lord Balaram appear? So his transfer from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini and so on. So next we can see 10.1.24. So the translation is as follows. The foremost manifestation of Krishna is Sankarshana, who is known as Ananta. He is the origin of all incarnations within this material world. Previous to the appearance of Lord Krishna, this original Sankarshana will appear as Baladeva just to please the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna in his transcendental pastimes. So here again reference is given to Lord Balaram, and it is very nicely explained here how the main purpose of Lord Balaram, who appears as the elder brother of Lord Sri Krishna, as we know. So in they are in almost all the leelas, they are coming in all the leelas of Sri Krishna. Lord Balaram is coming to assist him in his transcendental pastimes. So in Ram Leela, he is Lakshman, the younger brother, Sri Lakshmanji, and in Krishna Leela, he is Lord Balaram, who is the elder brother. So this foremost manifestation of Krishna is Sankarshana, who is also known as Ananta. He is the origin of all incarnations within this material world. Previous to the appearance of Lord Krishna, Balaram will appear just to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his transcendental pastimes. So the main purpose of Lord Balaram is to assist whatever Lord Krishna is doing, is to seva bhav. So Prabhupada describes Lord Balaram as the Supreme Personality of Servitor Godhead. This term has been coined by Prabhupada. So he is coming just so that he can assist Krishna, and this has been described throughout, and it has been described in Chaitanya Charitamrita as well. So all incarnations of this world are from Balaram, of this material world, as we discussed, and this is only to give prema to Krishna. So now we will read from 10th canto 2nd chapter, so verses 4 to 5. So the translation is as follows. Some of their relatives, however, began to follow Kamsa's principles and act in his service. After Kamsa, the son of Ugrasena, killed the 6 sons of Devaki, a plenary portion of Krishna entered her womb as the 7th child, arousing her pleasure and her lamentation. That plenary portion is celebrated by the great sages as Ananta, who belongs to the second quadruple expansion. So here it has been described how that Kamsa, the son of Ugrasena, he killed the 6 sons of Devaki, who represent the 6 anarthas. So as we will see now, so we are seeing here that Kamsa killed the 6 sons of Devaki. So the 6 sons of Devaki here, they represent the 6 anarthas. So this has been mentioned, that how the 6 anarthas are there, when these 6 anarthas are destroyed one after another, then the place becomes pure so that Lord Balaram can enter. Lord Balaram is Adi Guru himself. So he is the original spiritual master, and then he can enter. That is, the original spiritual master can give his guidance, his association to the disciple. Then the heart can become completely clear and Krishna can enter in that heart. So this is the explanation, the interpretation that has been given. So here also it has been mentioned that Mother Devaki, we will move forward to read in the 8th verse. So the 8th verse, the translation is as follows: within the womb of Devaki is my plenary expansion known as Sankarshana or Shesha. Without difficulty transfer him into the womb of Rohini. So here the context is that the Krishna is asking that Lord Balaram be transferred to the womb of Rohini. So here Prabhupada mentions Srila Prabhupada mentions a very nice point in this purport that has been given here. So Mother Devaki was always afraid of Kamsa. So the lesson that we can learn from this here is that a devotee, although in the material world, he is not in the material world. At the same time, he is afraid, he is always afraid that I may get contaminated at any time, because the material association, Prabhupada mentions that he tells his disciples that the biggest lacking thing of us is that we do not have sufficient fear of Maya. So we have not seen the actual pull of Maya. So within one stroke we can be taken away and we can be removed from this process of bhakti. So that's why Prabhupada mentions that we need to become completely fixed up. We need to be afraid of Maya. Then only we can take shelter of the Supreme Lord. So that's the most important point in the purport that has been given here. So Prabhupada again mentions in the last that the 6 anarthas, they are killed, they are cut, and then Lord Balaram appears, and then Krishna, there is a place for Krishna to appear. So 10.2.13 we are again quoting. So the son of Rohini will also be celebrated as Sankarshana because of being sent from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. He will also be called Rama because of his ability to please the inhabitants of Gokula, and he will be known as Balabhadra because of his extensive physical strength. So here the names of Lord Balaram are given, further glorification of Lord Balaram. So another verse. So the names of Lord Balaram are given, that Sankarshana, he is connecting the family of Vasudev and Nanda Maharaj, and also he is Balabhadra because he has extensive physical strength. He is also Rama because the Rama means one who gives pleasure, so he can give pleasure to the inhabitants of Braja. So this is how Lord Balaram is glorified. And another verse we can refer to is 10th canto 15th chapter 5th verse, which is the killing of Dhenukasura, the ass demon. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "O greatest of lords, just see how these trees are bowing their heads at your lotus feet, which are worshipable by the immortal demigods. The trees are offering you their fruits and flowers to eradicate the dark ignorance that has caused their birth as trees." So Lord Balaram is again glorified here by Lord Sri Krishna. So again, the next verse 10.15.6, O original personality, these bees must all be great sages and most elevated devotees of yours, for they are worshipping you by following you along the path and chanting your glories, which are themselves a holy place for the entire world. Though you have disguised yourself within this forest, O sinless one, they refuse to abandon you, their worshipable Lord. Next verse 10.15.7, O worshipable one, these peacocks are dancing before you out of joy. These doe are pleasing you with affectionate glances, just as the gopis do, and these cuckoos are honoring you with Vedic prayers. All these residents of the forest are most fortunate, and their behavior toward you certainly befits great souls receiving another great soul at home. So, this is so before killing Dhenukasura, that is the ass demon, they have just entered the forest, and here Lord Krishna is glorifying Lord Balaram. How great a personality he is, that everybody is honoring him. So the bees, the trees are bowing down, the bees are following behind, the cuckoos are honoring with Vedic prayers, and these doe are pleasing you with affectionate glances. So etc, etc. So this is how Lord Balaram is being glorified by Lord Krishna himself. So another verse which we can refer to is 10.46.31. So here Uddhava visits Vrindavana. This is the context. So Uddhava visits Vrindavan, and there he speaks this. So these two lords, Mukunda and Balarama, are each the seed and the womb of the universe, the creator and his creative potency. They enter the hearts of living beings and control their conditioned awareness. They are the primal supreme. So this is how again Lord Balaram is being glorified everywhere in Srimad Bhagavatam as the assistant, we can say the assistant of Lord Sri Krishna. Every time he is coming down just so that he can assist the Lord. So in Leelas such as Varaha Leela, Narsimha Leela, that time Lord Sri Krishna is coming alone, but Lord Balaram is coming in the form of ornaments, in the form of other paraphernalia. So Shanta Rasa, Dasya Rasa, Sakhya Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa, Madhurya Rasa, in all rasas the Lord is being served by Lord Balaram. So there are many verses, especially from Srimad Bhagavatam, which say that Lord Balaram, they glorify Lord Balaram. So we can say terminate the discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam and now move on to Chaitanya Charitamrita, where in the 5th chapter, the glories of Lord Nityananda Balarama, everything has been mentioned very clearly. How Lord Balaram, the identity of Lord Balaram, who is Lord Balaram and how is he assisting Lord Krishna, what is the roles played by him, everything. So we will read the translation of the first 15 verses because the chapter is quite long. So there are around 235 verses in this chapter. So we will read only the first 15 verses because they give in brief an identity of Lord Balaram. So let's start from 10.15.1. Let me offer my obeisances to Lord Sri Nityananda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose opulence is wonderful and unlimited. By his will, even a fool can understand his identity. So here it is described how if Lord Krishna, Lord Nityananda, they desire, anybody can be uplifted. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Lord Nityananda, all glories to Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I have described the glory of Sri Krishna Chaitanya in 6 verses. Now in 5 verses I shall describe the glory of Lord Nityananda. So here Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he is writing this Chaitanya Charitamrita, and he is trying to glorify, he is saying that I am now trying to glorify Lord Balaram. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is the fountainhead of all incarnations. Lord Balaram is his second body. So here it is described how Sarva Avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan. So this is the verse. So 1.5.4. Sarva Avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan Tahara Dvitiya Deha Sri Balaram. His second form, his second body is Lord Balaram himself. So at 1.5.5, these two are one and the same identity. They only differ in form. Lord Balaram is the first bodily expansion of Krishna, and he assists Lord Krishna in his transcendental pastimes. So this we have already discussed earlier, and again we are seeing how Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is writing an explanation here, how Lord Balaram is assisting Krishna in his transcendental pastimes. 1.5.6. That original Lord Krishna appeared in Navadvipa as Lord Chaitanya, and Balarama appeared with him as Lord Nityananda. So Lord Nityananda, we can see how Lord Balaram is appearing again as Lord Nityananda, as the older brother. He is 13 years older than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is appearing and he is assisting. So Balaram in the previous incarnation as Sri Krishna, he shows his power, his opulence, his majestic appearance. But as Lord Nityananda Mahaprabhu, he is falling at the feet of Jivas in the age of Kali, and he is asking them, I will sell myself to you as a slave eternally. Please chant the name of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. This is what he is requesting. He is falling at the feet and he is requesting. So he who, as Balaram in Krishna Lila, when Rukmi offended him while playing the dice game, he just invoked his club and just smashed his head to pieces. He who, upon hearing himself as different from Lord Sri Krishna by the Kauravas, when they captured Shamba, they told Balaram that Krishna is like this, you are good, but Lord Krishna, he did this, he did that and all. And immediately Lord Balaram became angry and he invoked his plow and he dragged the entire city of Hastinapur toward Yamuna river. So that Lord Balaram, who showed his Viryaras at that time, now he is falling at the feet of Jivas in the age of Kali and asking them to chant the holy name. So this is the glories of Lord Nityananda Mahaprabhu. 1.5.7. May Sri Nityananda Rama be the object of my constant remembrance. Sankarshana, Sheshanaga and the Vishnus who lie on the Karana ocean, Garbha ocean and ocean of milk are his plenary portions and the portions of his plenary portions. So Sankarshana, Sheshnaga or Ananta Shesha and the Vishnus who lie so on the Karana ocean, Garbha ocean and ocean of milk. So Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu and Shirodakshaya Vishnu. So all these roles are played by Lord Balaram. 1.5.8. Lord Balaram is the original Sankarshana. He assumes 5 other forms to serve Lord Krishna. 1.5.9. He himself helps in the pastimes of Lord Krishna and he does the work of creation in 4 other forms. So this we saw previously. He executes the orders of Krishna in the work of creation, and in the form of Lord Shesha he serves Krishna in various ways. In all the forms he tastes the transcendental bliss of serving Krishna. That same Balaram is Lord Nityananda, the companion of Gaura Sundara. This we have discussed earlier. So I have explained the 7th verse in 4 subsequent verses. By these verses, all the world can know the truth about Lord Nityananda. So here Lord Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he is explaining that by these verses the entire world can come to know about the truth of Nityananda Prabhu. I surrender unto the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Rama, who is known as Sankarshana, in the midst of Chaturvyuha, consisting of Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. He possesses full opulences and resides in Vaikuntha Loka, far beyond the material creation. 1.5.14. Beyond the material nature lies the realm known as Paravyoma, the spiritual sky. Like Lord Krishna himself, it possesses all transcendental attributes such as the 6 opulences. That Vaikuntha region, 1.5.15, that Vaikuntha region is all pervading, infinite and supreme. It is the residence of Lord Krishna and his incarnations. So we have completed reading the first 15 verses of this chapter, and we see here how Lord Balaram has been glorified profusely, so that he is so Lord Balaram is described as the origin of Samvit Shakti and Sandhini Shakti. So Samvit is the Chit Shakti or the knowledge, so and Sandhini is the Sat, so of eternality, like seeing Lord Krishna as the essence of everything. It comes from Lord Balaram. So as we saw previously, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Lord Balarama is the supreme personality of servitor Godhead. So this name has been given by Srila Prabhupada himself. So Lord Balaram is Lord Ananta Shesha himself, and he is the second body of Sri Krishna. This is the essence that we can take from all this, and Lord Balaram is Adi Guru. So when our Guru, when our spiritual master is pleased, then Lord Balaram will become pleased, then Lord Krishna will become pleased, then we may get a ticket here and there to enter Vrindavan and serve Lord Krishna eternally. So this is the most auspicious occasion of Balaram Purnima, and there can be no other better occasion than this, where we can completely take shelter of Guru and Balaram and Krishna himself. So this Adi Leela 5th chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita describes Lord Balaram in detail, and one can read the entire chapter. And Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, there is many references, so we can read that part as well. So we read the first 15 verses of the Adi Leela 5th chapter, which describes the glories of Lord Balaram, and we also read from 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam many verses. So I would like to conclude here in describing the glories of Lord Balaram's pastimes. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam.